do not need my feet in the shot.
I wanted to make this video to keep you in the loop for what's in store in the future for me and this channel and my music and everything like that. First of all, thank you so much for 300 subs. We just hit that with the remix I did for Ren Down on the Beat. You can check that music video out if you haven't already. I did it right in that room there. You can see the little plank I got for our cat so he can come in and out. So the next things I'm going to be working on is, well, at the start of this year, I put out an album called Point of View, Someone You Love Deleted Themselves. And yeah, it's pretty sad, but I really like, who I am is I just find positive in everything. And so I put a lot of hope and a lot of, you know, like addressing suicide, because it's obviously a very heavy thing. When someone's here and they're not here anymore, it's the most just like surreal thing that can happen. So I wanted to kind of give people the opportunity to see it from my perspective and have my positive outlook put onto it, like addressing the sadness, but then actually using it as a fuel to keep motivating me towards my dreams. And my dreams, I have a lot of dreams, but the dream that I'm working on right now is music. I want to be an influential artist. I want to be a big artist that can provide a living for myself and my family, my friends, and kind of get us out of the matrix. Main goal for now, then I've got like way bigger ones that once I achieve this, then we'll be learning about those later on. So for now, what I'm going to do is keep promoting my album by putting out singles on YouTube. I've put out the whole thing already as a whole album stream, and it's on Spotify and everything as well if you do want to listen to it. But just for the YouTube algorithm, putting each song out as a single, just more content, more blah blah blah, and making lyric videos for all the songs, making like different content like videos and little skits and things like that. Just kind of see what works. It's about, you know, marketing at this point for me. Like I've been making music for 5 years now. I think I'm at a level where I can compete with, you know, a lot of artists, but it's just about getting it out there now. And I felt like that was important to say just because the next song I'm putting out is called Gone, and it's definitely the darkest point of the whole album. However, just the way that my mind works, I go from dark to light, you know, because I'm not sure about you guys, but for me, I do get pulled into darkness, and it does happen, but I've trained my brain over years. Like I'm talking like, I don't know, since I was for like at least 15 years to pull myself up out of that darkness. And I think that's such an important skill. So what I do is I create a dark environment in the song, then boom, by the end of the song, you're uplifted. So don't give up on it, you know, listen to it to the end, and you'll be surprised hopefully. And while promoting the album, I've been working on a music video with some professional videographers. These guys I work with for free, and they're just amazing, just like such a crazy blessing in my life to have this. And we've made this amazing music video, so when that's ready, they'll be coming out soon. I'm not too sure the date. Like my video guy, he texts me like, yo, it's almost done and stuff, and then like, you know, life happens, so we just got to kind of roll with the punches, and when it's out, I'll let you guys know. And then I can make little music videos myself, like the Ren one. You know, it's pretty obvious that I made it myself. It's like the editing stuff's kind of budget, but hey, if it works, you know. And I want to make a little music video for my girlfriend. I made her a song for our anniversary coming up in a couple months. And I'd just like to come back to the album to kind of tell you the story about that. So pretty much what happened is my sister's boyfriend of 6 years decided to take his life, and it was just very surreal for everyone, you know, especially her, especially his family, but even including myself. Like, one would think maybe wouldn't be too close, and it's not that we were super close, but I've just got this kind of weird ability that I get close to people, especially if they don't really have people that they're particularly close to. And he wasn't the most open, you know, book, and it was just so surreal because this guy is like full of life, such a cool person. This is what trips me out. Like, these really amazing people end up taking their life, and it's just so surreal because it's like they can't see their own light that they're shining and the radiance that they're glowing, you know, these amazing humans. And it just baffles me. So this guy, you know, he goes from, you know, being so full of life, so funny, and just like a good person to, you know, that I'm seeing in my casket. And it's just so surreal. And to think that, you know, the thought process that he went through to end up in that position, you kind of go through in your mind, like, what could I have done to help? And that did happen to me, because there was a time where, you know, I didn't know what to do in a situation where he was crying, and I was trying to talk to him, and I just wasn't getting through, and I feel like there's those times, but then you have to stop yourself, or I have to stop myself and say, hey, you can throw as many lifelines, as many life jackets, as many life rafts as you want. If a person doesn't choose to use them, they're going to drown. Or if the person has not been taught or hasn't learned how to swim to get to those things, they're going to drown. So it's hard, but the thing I want people to know is if you're going through something similar, don't blame yourself. It really is an individual thing. You can help, but the only person that can save them is themselves. So I just started writing. It's what I do to kind of get myself back from the darkness into the light. It's really important not to run away from the darkness, actually just sit in it for a while and to understand that what's happening, because if you keep running and running and running, you're just gonna, you're not actually gonna solve the issues that you're feeling. For me, I'll sit in the darkness for a while, I'll write like a sad song, and then as I'm writing it, I'm kind of elevating, and then I'm getting myself out of that headspace into a more positive one, a more practical one where I can actually move forward and keep, improving my life and the life of people around me. And the way I see it is like, you're gone now, dude. So I'm gonna have to grind and work for both of us to make my dreams come true, because now you can't make your ones come true here, at least, So I gotta just do it for both of us. And that's kind of where the album started for me. And then as I was writing it, another one of my friends took their life, and that was also crazy. It wasn't as catastrophic for me. I just wasn't as close with him as Dave. But still crazy to me, and like just doesn't make any sense. And again, another one's amazing people that just can't, for some reason, the light they're shining is just clouded from their view. And also I kind of tied it into when I was younger. I wanted to do the same, which was kind of crazy because my world was all perfect, and I was in like a nice little bubble kind of. And then my parents' relationship didn't work. My dad, he left, he moved overseas, and I thought that could only happen in the movies. I didn't think that was a real life thing that could happen, especially to me. You never think it's going to happen to you, even though that's not that crazy, like so many people go through that. But I was 10 years old, and like I said, everything was like all sunshine and rainbows. Then all of a sudden, boom, just darkness, just straight darkness for years. And so like I didn't see any way out of it, and I wanted to take my life. But I know there's different, there's just so many levels to it. Mine was definitely situational, so I pulled myself out of it. And there's other ones that are just like a mental health condition and whatnot, on top of trauma, on top of, I'm not an expert, but there's so many levels to it. But I just wanted to put something out there to help people realize that even if you are in that spot, you can get out of that spot, and to hopefully for people to just be who they want to be, not let society push them into this direction where they will end up feeling that the only option is to just take the express elevator out of here, and hopefully get people out of that negative thing, because like that negative thinking space to that more positive one, where the more optimistic one, where hey, there actually is hope, and you actually are so worthy of love. And once you slowly, piece by piece, day by day, just start like millimeter by millimeter learning to love yourself just a slightly more, just like tiny little habits that you can start, and just like start with baby steps, you can actually get to a place where you don't hate yourself anymore. And I truly believe that's possible. I know that everyone's different, but if you believe you can do it, I believe that you can do it, and it is definitely possible. So that was that was the story behind the album, really. I can go into more depth in another video if you'd like. If you're going to take one thing away from this video, please know that going from self-hatred to self-love is possible, and you are so worthy of love, not just from people around you, but also from yourself. And it's so important to remember that you can get to that place.